Hello and welcome to this Bespoke Leaders Insights video. My name is Philip Anderson, and today I'd like to share with you some content from the Bespoke Leadership Development Program. That's a program designed specifically to help people elevate their potential and performance as leaders. And this particular content that I'd like to share with you sits within the leading of the self component in that program. In particular, we look at the idea of well-being, the real foundational cornerstone for any action, behaviors, and choices for a leader. So we'll watch the video now, and then afterwards I'll share with you some reflections on additional insights on this content. So here's the video. To be a truly effective leader, we need to think about how we guide and manage ourselves towards high performance. When we think about how we live, we're really reflecting on our cognitive and our physical well-being and considering what actions and what positive habits we can ingrain so that we can be sustainable in our leadership potential and in our leadership behavior. Now, there are 5 areas that we can focus on in terms of well-being that we have overlays for both cognitive well-being and for physical well-being. And if we can connect and build positive habits in each of these 5, we're on the path to being a more sustainable, energized, and engaged leader. So the first area is what we call physical activity. Now, this doesn't mean that you need to run a marathon or sign up to do a triathlon, but what it means is that you need to move more. We need to be physically active in the way that we use our body, the way that our body was designed. If you can integrate exercise into your weekly routine, that's even better. But most important is simply to move more. The second is what we call social interaction. Now, social interaction doesn't mean you have to have 1,000 friends on Facebook or you need to go to numerous networking events. What it means is about remaining connected with those individuals or those groups that you really have a sense of connection and affinity with. So remaining connected and in touch with the people that are important to you. The third element is called mental stimulation. So mental stimulation is all about remaining cognitively active and cognitively focused in the way that we use our brain. The fact that you work is already a kickstart. Here's the thing, if you like, however, to read, get yourself a novel or buy some non-fiction. If you like doing puzzles, get a crossword or a Sudoku, and every day see if you can do something that mentally stimulates you and keeps you sharp in your mind. The fourth element is all around our diet. So the things that we consume and the things that we eat. Now, diet doesn't mean you have to become a vegan or you have to cut out sugar or go paleo. It means making good choices. Making good choices and using self-control in the way that you feed and nourish your body and your mind. This has a powerful overlay in the amount of energy that you will have and the clarity in your thinking. The fifth element is all about the rest and the adequate sleep that we get. There is a great saying, the best rest. And it's important as leaders that we are giving ourselves both the space and the time to rejuvenate and recharge and energize both physically and cognitively so that we can effectively operate as we move forward in approaching our challenges and our goals. So those are 5 key areas that you can focus on in terms of your well-being. We call them physical activity, social interaction, mental stimulation, diet, and adequate sleep. If we can ingrain and embed some positive habits across those 5 areas, we're on the path to developing greater levels of well-being. So there you have it, 5 practical and really useful tips or areas to focus on when it comes to developing both physical and cognitive well-being. The real secret in this framework is to make sure that we're consistent in trying to take the time to both diagnose on where we're at and then plan on where we want to go. And my guidance in that area is to make sure that you set a time once a month or once every 2 months to really sit down and think about those 5 elements and what behaviors and good habits you can create in each of those. I hope that this video has helped you to reflect on your own well-being, and ultimately it's getting you closer to the outcomes and the results that you're striving to achieve.